You're eating a York peppermint patty.
Yes, sir. Dude, we've known each other for almost 7 years. You didn't know this?
That you're gross. No, I didn't.
That Do you not like Thin Mints either?
I love Thin Mints and York peppermint patties are not comparable to each
Are
other.
the same.
No, they are not.
They are the same.
No, they are not. They are nothing alike.
They literally taste almost identically the same.
No way.
Do you
Totally.
like do you like mint chocolate chip ice cream?
Okay, can you tell me the difference between spearmint and peppermint?
No. They taste the fucking
No,
same.
they do not. Spearmint is way sweeter than peppermint. Peppermint has like a
Peppermint's better.
disagree. Totally disagree. Spearmint's 1,000 times better.
Don't get me wrong. Like if I'm chewing like gum, like spearmint versus peppermint, like yeah, it's different. But like they're both minty. I like minty flavored stuff.
General mint flavor.
Yeah. Do you like mint chocolate chip ice cream?
I do, but it doesn't taste like a York peppermint patty. York peppermint patty tastes like I'm wasting my calories on York.
I'm speechless. I'm gonna I'm gonna go get a
Wait, you
fucking
tell me
another one just because. Shout out York peppermint patties, fucking delicious. Crack cocaine, give me that. Give me that. You keep them in the fridge. Come on,
Well, I think most candy that you keep in the fridge
bruh.
is just better.
Get some gabagool over here.
Gabagool. Oh man, how is that LA traffic?
Not bad. The weekends usually aren't bad, but there's a bunch of construction on the 405 right now, so it was a bit shitty.
Mm.
But then the people I'm cat sitting for come back home tomorrow, and I meant to get over there yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to. So I went and knocked that out on my way home just to make sure they were all taken care of.
Mm.
What time do you got to be out of here again?
Um,
Like an hour from now.
probably about 50 minutes or so.
Okay.
So I gotta shower real quick, but
All right. Well, I'll just keep that in the back of my head. Speaking of the back of my head,
oh wow, oh wow, I've never seen you with such short hair.
I buzzed it.
When did you do that?
What?
When did you do that?
Yesterday.
Any reason?
No, just Britney Spears. Yeah.
That's what it kinda seems like, yeah, it's
Kind of
like
like the last time I did it. I was like, you know what? We got a heat wave coming this week. We're working.
that's so wild to me. It's actually cooling down here.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be like 98, 96 to 98, like all week when we're aerating and like doing all that OT. Gonna get cooked. Gonna be sweaty. So I'm like, we're just gonna trim the beard way down and we're gonna buzz the head.
I don't blame you. I'm actually thinking about growing my hair out really long right now, doing the musketeer hair.
Well, you got to prep for fall and winter out there, bro.
Yeah,
That's like, yeah.
yep. Full musketeer hair. If I actually would groom myself more frequently than I'm proud of.
You got to grow it out in the back more. Got to get the
Yeah,
mullet going.
there's a little bit going, not much.
Gotta get the long flow.
I know. I got half Jew hair, so it goes out more than
I don't
down.
know. It's curly enough that it's like almost full.
Yeah, people ask me if I'm Italian, which is I'm not at all, which is very interesting to me.
Yeah, I don't know. We're both too pasty white for that.
Think so? I'm French.
I have a little bit of Italian, but like it's got to be like 1% or something.
I don't know. The Italians I know aren't all darker.
See what
One,
I'm saying?
one of them is. Most of them are as
It's
pale.
mostly like I don't know. I need to do the ancestry or thing or the whatever the thing is, but I feel like my dad did it and he said that he was I feel like that's where there's a little bit of Italian is like on like my biological dad's mom's side somewhere, but I don't know. But I think it's mostly Polish and Yeah, like basic shit. Irish, obviously.
It's crazy to me that like there's a scientist who discovered the path of I this spit comes from this region of the world. So if it has these properties, it means it's Italian.
Yeah, dude, I wish I understood more about that kind of science because they literally look at it and they're like, you can like visually see like, oh, this is what this means. This is what this means. This correlates to that. This correlates to that.
There's somebody who went through though, or many people who went through and
Oh yeah,
recorded all of it. Just like that's
yeah.
insane. That's so much detail.
I would like to know the origins of like when when my family came to America. I
The
would like to know.
origins?
I would like to know that information. I
Yeah.
feel like my grandma's parents came over like, or maybe their parent, maybe my great great grandparents came over. I want to say it was like 1890 or something like that, or 1880. But I
Oh,
don't know. I'm just blowing
this
smoke. I could be fully wrong.
recently, like about a year or two ago, I sent my grandfather this book, which is like tell me your life story in it. And he's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna fill out the book. I'm gonna write you my life story." So he wrote me like a 200-page edition of his whole life, beginning to end, and then my grandma added hers in there too, and hers is like 4.5 pages. On
That
top of the
I
200.
think my sister did that for our grandpa. Gave him one of those books or whatever, and I think she said that he gave it back to her like a week later, and it had like one word answers and like sentences and like one sentence answers in there and stuff. Like, come on, dude! Like that's not.
I wanna know.
I want to know. Give me the dirt. Share the tea,
He was
my guy.
he told me that so because he traveled the world, he worked for Otis Elevator, so they installed the elevators in the World Trade Center, um, prior to 9/11 naturally, but, yeah, he did it, like, all around the world, so he traveled to Japan, South Africa, and he went to South Africa before apartheid ended, and so he's saying that he, like, witnessed people, like, kicking black people, like, down the steps and nobody did anything, like, it was like,
In South Africa.
oh, yeah, this is in,
Yeah,
like, '86, something like that,
yeah,
'84.
dude. There, it's isn't. I don't. I mean, I'm not super world versed, but isn't it going the other way? I feel like I heard something about
Yeah,
like
there's
it's like going the polar opposite
yeah,
now, like
there's
where
now a
they're
group
like, okay, well, you guys did it to us for however long. Now we're gonna
there
flip the
there's
table.
white farmers specifically,
Oh, damn.
yeah, so wild.
Retaliation is not the answer.
Karma, it always goes both ways, it comes back,
Yeah. God.
it always comes back, whether you want it to or not.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, it's like. I mean, it's every war going on. It's like, what are we doing still? I
It's never gonna stop. It's never gonna stop.
no. I don't think so either.
Yeah.
People
We
are.
we
People
didn't
are.
start the fire, Braden. It's been
We
going
did
since
not start the fire,
yeah.
buddy. It's always burning since the world's been turning.
Yeah, I mean, there's always oh, dude, did you see I don't know if you had seen this in LA, but there's the Rhode Island Attorney General. She was at a Newport bar and they kicked her out because she was so obnoxious with her friends. And then the cops came and arrested her. But building up to the arrest, like they have the body cam footage, and she's just like, "You have to turn the body cam footage off." And they're like, "No, we don't. Like, I'm not turning this off. You're being hysterical." And
Hmm.
so she just keeps repeating that she's a lawyer and she's an attorney general. She knows the law, so she can do whatever she wants. And they handcuffed her eventually, and because she wouldn't leave the property, and they were claiming that she was trespassing. So she lost her rights and her position. I don't know, dude. This is something I noticed out here is that people have a sense of entitlement off of the position of power. Like I never noticed
Oh,
that.
that's everywhere.
It's different though. It's like they get to this point where when they get there, they now have no integrity for the position.
You think that's because it's a smaller government?
I think it's because it's older. I think the culture is like an older culture,
Mm.
so there's a lot more old money here. So when somebody develops themselves to a position, they now see themselves in the old money category, which they saw little 4-year-old kids running around
They're
billionaires.
like, whoa, that's what I want
And
to
so they
be.
said, yeah, they wanna be that. So now
Yeah.
when they actually have a little bit of money behind them and they actually have things going, like in Colorado, like, yes, there was people who would act like assholes when they earned positions, but it wasn't like
I mean government specifically everywhere. Like not like I mean sure like up there like it's OG government. Um but just I think like it's obviously corrupt way up top, but I also think it's more maybe arguably more corrupt the lower you go because the avenues get smaller and the lanes get smaller and it gets more and there's also like less term limits and like you see like people on like city councils for like 30 years and stuff like that and they're like refusing to have any progress for a town or whatever.
mm,
So I don't know. I think maybe there's just like because I think they're even on big government. Like you hear about like these great candidates that get into office and they're all pumped up and animated when they go, and then they're 2 years in and they're like morally defeated and just because they get like shit on for going to lunch with a member of the opposite party just
mhm,
to have lunch with them and have a chance at a conversation about doing something.
mhm,
So I think you get in there and you realize every little avenue and lane is just blocked up by people that have been there for a decade in that maybe in that like one office for a decade or whatever and they just got it on lock and you can't pass anything through them whatever
mm.
so then nothing just gets done.
I saw this post and it was a guy at the top with, like, the pyramid of people below, like, they get poorer and poorer and poorer, and it said "communist oligarchy," and then they were the top 3 people wearing suits, everybody else was poor, and then capitalist hierarchy, and it was, like, the top 3 are wearing suits and everybody else is poor. And I was like,
I would argue though that with capitalists there's maybe the top 3 or 4 or the top 3 are wearing suits, the next 3 are wearing semi-casual, the next 3 are wearing like I feel like there's
"There's more.
tiers of
There are
capitalism,
tiers. There definitely are tiers." It's,
whereas the communism one is a steep drop off. There's a chance to climb the ladder with capitalism.
not communism, there's no ladder.
No, there's a ladder to be climbed.
No, you're all the same. Well, do
You will like having one rung of the ladder. This is a rung of the ladder. You can't attach it to a real ladder to step on or anything, but here is your one rung. But
so
it's just a piece of wood. No, that's a rung to the ladder. But you can't build a ladder with that. You here's your here's your
one
piece of
rung.
wood.
Yeah, well, so with the job that I do, the serving job, is that the servers split the tips, so it's like a small little form of socialism with it, and so I noticed this, if I work with a good server, we're both happy, like, we're both like, "Okay, we're both gonna work hard, so no matter what it is,
Yeah.
we'll be happy." There's a few servers that we work with who I'm like, "Oh my god, please don't bring them in," because we'll make, like, 450 bucks and they make 120 and bitch and complain that the people only wanted certain like, they only wanted a burger. I'm like, "Bro, are you selling? Are like, are you
Yeah.
trying to go further?" And they're like, "No, I need to do it perfect," because they try to do it perfect, they don't actually get anything done. And then what it does is it demotivates everybody else. Everybody else is like, "Well, I'm."
Yeah, like these guys are gonna half-ass it and kind of, phone it in for a shift, and I don't want to split tips when I made 450 and the other guy made 120 or whatever.
No, no.
Common denominator is like, okay, well, I did 450, the other server did 480, the other server did 370, and this guy did 120. Like,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah,
something's not right here.
it's not right. It's not
Uh,
right.
something's not right.
It's just I that's a small scale. That's with, like, 4 people doing socialism. That's not even all of
Yeah,
society.
because the counter arguments I hear are like, well, it works in small communities. I'm like, well, not really.
It
Maybe temporarily.
I could see it temporarily working if the community's like 10 people.
I would get it up to 100.
Even I don't know, 4 people, bro, it's rough. That one, like if it came
I
down
mean,
to
like
people,
think about all the cults out there though. Like
yeah,
all the like there are massive minds of people, like hive minds of people that are thinking the exact same way and doing the exact same thing and like living the exact same way.
yeah.
There's not as many individual thinkers out there as we might think.
You feed them a bunch of acid and tell them that you're Jesus.
Yeah. But you can only see the light, the way, and the truth if you suck it out of my wiener.
And
That's most. It's weird that how like most cults have some sort of sexual thing tied into like you have to blow or do the leader. That's weird.
yeah, typically.
Hey, but you got to if you want enlightenment,
Yeah, suck my dick.
suck my dick.
That'll bring you to Jesus.
Oh, but it's not Jesus. We see it a little bit
It's
differently over here.
all of them.
Yeah, yeah, they're all different. A little like just a little tweak. Like, well, what are you doing?
Do you
You just
wanna play
trying to.
do you wanna play Mount Rushmore again with something new?
Oh, what do you got?
Ooh,
Oh, you're just throwing it out. Well, actually, here, no
yeah.
Mount Rushmore. I had this idea last time actually, and I wanted to do it, but well, here we go. So we did this years and years ago, but I'm gonna your list might have changed or whatever. But give me not in order of n- not in order of like the best film, but in order of your favorite to least favorite original 6 Star Wars films.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
There
So,
is no sequel
let's
trilogy
rest before we
in
do
this argument. There is no sequel
7, 8
trilogy.
yeah, 7, 8, and 9 don't exist.
No,
Um, we don't trust those. We don't believe they're genuine stories. We'll get into that another time.
that'll be another time.
That's a
Well,
that's a
and you
brain
know what? I've
toss.
really come around on. I'll caveat with I've really come around on the writers, the directors, and the cast of those movies. It's none of their faults.
No, it's not. Well, it's the writer's fault a little bit.
Well, yes
The
and
story
no.
the
When you have
story's
three
garbage. The
separate
story is garbage,
individual stories that had no like one cohesive thing to it,
and it wasn't
and
really
it's like
attached to the original plot at all. It was like its own random set of events with characters that weren't originally there, that are
yeah.
also just a mirrored replica of the original trilogy.
I mean, well, dude, number 7 was A New Hope 2.0.
Oh, it
Like
is. Exactly the same.
it's like, but instead of a Death Star, instead of it being the size of a moon, what if we make it the size of a planet?
Bigger and better. Bigger and better.
Bigger and better, bigger, more power, more wine, more
Really
table.
hope Spaceballs 2 does that justice.
Oh,
Play
yeah.
that stuff correctly.
There'll just be like a bigger thing.
Okay. So my
Yeah,
list of it from going least to best or best to least?
least
That's
well, best to least, but not again, not in like filmmaking or like quality of film, like your favorite
personal
best,
feeling.
your personal best to least.
Okay. So we're starting with the best.
Yeah,
Revenge of the Sith. Yeah,
let's go,
has to be. I,
let's
I
go.
I know that it might not be the favorite among the critics or whatever, but I don't know.
It's my
It's
favorite.
I can quote that movie better than any other movie in the Star Wars
It
franchise.
still also has the best action, the best sequences. I would argue the best pacing.
Yeah,
Uh,
great tragedy.
yeah, it's come on.
You're breaking my heart.
We don't have to talk about the dialogue. We don't need to talk about the dialogue.
I will do
All right.
whatever you ask.
R.I.P. It's all right. Continue.
What's yours? Oh, wait, I might have to explain why.
Oh, well, we want to go back and forth.
Oh, just continuing? Okay, so yeah, I guess Revenge of the Sith, largely the action sequences, the pacing. Um,
I meant like you can continue your
oh,
list, or do you want to go back and forth again?
let's go back
Because
and forth.
my number one is Revenge of the Sith,
Okay,
also.
cool. That's
So it's my favorite.
yeah, good.
Yep.
All right, number 2, Phantom Menace.
Ooh,
I know. I have 2 new trilogies on the top.
that's well. I mean, I got two new trilogies in the top three.
Okay. No. No way.
No, no. At number two for me, I'm gonna have to say Return of the Jedi.
Okay, fair. That's my number 3, so
That is great cap to. Oh, it's
yeah, it's
so
a great ending to the story.
such a great ending to the story. Phenomenal. It's good stuff.
Teddy bears that
It,
kill people and machines.
hey, they're badasses. Say what you will about the Ewoks, they'll fuck shit up.
They're pretty legendary.
They're pretty savage.
Alright.
They made drums out of their helmets.
Yeah,
Little psychos.
a little bit.
They were
What you
gonna cook. People forget they were gonna cook Han Solo and Luke and Chewbacca. They were gonna cook them and eat them.
Yep, yeah, wild animals that look like teddy
Return
bears.
of the Jedi is your number three though.
Yeah.
So you got 3-1-6 so far.
Yes.
So I'm 3-6-1.
Okay, that's fair.
Phantom's
I
my
will
number
say
three.
that Phantom Menace, the biggest reason if the final fight scene was not in the Phantom Menace, it would not be top 6. The final fight scene, not just Darth
The
Maul,
the the entire climax of
the
bouncing back and forth,
whole
the
climax.
field battle, the lightsaber fight, and the space battle was that entire end sequence is so sick.
Yes.
And I'll defend that movie with my dying breath. Everybody says it's too expositionary and too long and blah 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 blah. I would argue that everything in there needs to be required, especially if you count in. I believed that before the Clone Wars animated TV show,
Mm,
and I believe it more so with the animated Clone Wars TV show.
okay.
Everything in that movie is necessary.
Yeah,
Even Jar Jar Binks, my
yeah.
guy,
No, Jar Jar Binks is it's all
hugely.
necessary. I think it's just the way, like, the Gungans deliver some of the
No, it's the same
plot.
problem with it's the dialogue, sure,
It's
but
just
like
it's the delivery of it is very expositional in nature.
yeah, but you need to like build the galaxy backstory and the
Mhm.
political climate and like what's going on with the Trade Federation blocking trade routes and this. I mean, they are super racist and blocking the Trade Federation of Naboo. What did you say? It's they got some pretty racist stereotypes in that movie, but you gotta everything served a purpose because it was all Darth Sidious's initial plans that just were all the way around.
Do it.
Do it. Um.
Number 4.
So number four.
Number 4,
All right.
A New Hope.
Number four for number four. Fair enough.
Yeah.
The OG, the one that started it all.
I mostly admire
Ow.
that movie for the factor that it took them 4 years to film all of it. Like, George Lucas went out to Tunisia and was fucking chipping away to make that happen. That's
Made all of the stuff and the vehicles and the machines and the droid
4
like
years, bro, 4 years to make that happen. That's incredible.
that's yeah. That's I mean that's why I love Lord of the Rings so much. In part is that like that studio took a chance and was like, we're gonna let you film all three of those fucking things at once
Hmm.
and do it and just dude, they were on set for like 18 months.
Oh, jeez.
So sick.
That's so sick.
Or like yeah, like well my number four is number five.
Okay.
because freaking Hoth, giant giant walkers, the snow,
Mm.
the uh, Luke going to train with Yoda for the first time.
Some of the most quoted lines in cinema history,
No, I am your father.
and misquoted too.
I just quoted it correctly.
You just quoted it correctly, but it is not Luke, I am your father.
It's
No, I am your father. Very
no,
different.
I am your father.
Not true.
No, it's not true.
Possible.
It's impossible.
See that? That's my number five.
Yep, and number 4 is my number
Number five,
5.
and then two
Number
is
2, Clone Wars rounding it all off. Again, sick battle sequences at the
largely
end.
because of Naboo.
So tough, so
Yeah.
tough. Because Obi-Wan going to Camino is super sick and
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Fighting Jango Fett on the balcony in the
I
rain
don't
is
like
super sick.
sand. It's rough. It's coarse. It gets
Gets
everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah, yes it does. Yeah, there you go. There's your little list
So
order. How about
I want to throw
so
one
now
more
same
in there.
same list wait, what?
I want to throw one more thing in there because I was thinking
Okay.
about this earlier today. What makes these stories, like what element makes all of these stories timeless? Star Wars, Lord of the Rings,
It's hero's journey. It's good versus evil. It's
but it's
everybody
deeper than good versus evil.
everybody everywhere can relate to good versus evil and good versus evil within themselves.
But I think it's deeper than that.
Frodo is fighting his own temptation more than
Yes,
anything the entire
correct.
time.
It's the battle I always feel in Lord of the
Anakin
Rings.
is fighting his own temptation basically the whole time until he caves.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um,
The battle always seems to be selfishness versus selflessness,
yeah,
specifically.
and every person ever can relate to that, whatever setting you throw that in.
Yeah.
Rocky is just as timeless for the
Yeah.
same reason, except it's self versus but throw in an added element of underdog.
Yeah.
You know,
I heard he got sued for that movie
uh,
by the guy he based it off of.
he did, but he lost. I think the real guy lost.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I
Yeah,
figured you could just base stories off of people.
yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't think there. I would need to look more into the logistics of that case or whatever, but I think there nothing happened with that.
Hmm.
I feel
I
didn't they
think
just do like a documentary about the real guy? I feel like they just did like a couple years ago, like a documentary about the real guy and he's like in it and does like interviews and stuff. What am I?
I don't know.
I'm trying to
So
find it.
the one thing I wanna add, though, is I noticed this thing with timeless stories is they always build conflict in a very believable way. It's like these people wrestle with this idea versus this idea. 'Cause I was actually reading Pride and Prejudice the other day, and I'm like because that's what the whole battle is between pride and prejudice in the
Hmm.
story. So it's like I forget her name, but I think it's Elizabeth, but the main girl, she sees this guy, Mr. Darcy, as like an egomaniac and full of himself, and he sees her as judgmental and I don't know, the battle and the things that happen between them throughout the story because of it is very interesting. It's just I don't know, it's an interesting dynamic. I really
I've
like it.
never even seen like one of those movies, to be honest with you.
You have bewitched me, body and soul.
Haven't they made a couple of those?
Yeah, dude, Pride and Prejudice is a great movie with Keira Knightley.
Yeah, but wasn't that a remake of like an
Pri
older one?
Pride and Prejudice is a book from, like, m mid 1800s, I wanna say.
I was gonna say I thought it was like one of those things that's been done a couple times because it's just one of those timeless stories.
Yeah, it's Jane
Boy,
Austen.
you want about
When was it written? It was written 1796. Oh,
Damn,
but significantly revised it by 1811.
brother.
Official publication was in 1813. Holy shit, bro. Wow. It took her 17 years to publish this story.
Probably because she was a woman, to be real with you.
What does that mean?
Think of the time period, bro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Fucking woman wrote this book. Nonsense. Well, she can't write. She's
She was
barking.
20 to 21 years old when she first wrote it. Dude, she has a lot of books too. She has, yeah, Elizabeth is the name of the character. Elizabeth and then Mr. Darcy. Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy.
Elizabeth.
But yeah, the whole
Elizabeth.
conflict throughout the story is between those things. And I noticed that like Lord of the Rings is selfishness, selflessness, Harry Potter's mystical racism, like where you stand on the idea of like muggles versus half-bloods versus, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like like they all have some moral underneath that's deep, and the characterization based off of that is like philosophical
I think the common denominator for all of them is humanity.
yes,
You know, more
humanity
than like I don't.
more
There's a
than
lot of
just
movies
churning
that's not
money,
the what.
more than just like churning money, like writing something to get it into circulation to make money off of it really quick.
Yeah.
Those stories always feel like you can tell that's the purpose of it is like, oh, yep, this is a quick buck.
Yeah. Like well, I don't want to throw shade, but like
I don't know.
Transformers, or
Comes in,
like
gosh,
there's blah, there's a blah, maybe this giant 18-wheeler and just
these
blah.
motherfuckers jump into flames, and they're like, brush, bruh.
Those aren't ideas, those are special effects.
I, I don't know the difference.
We know you don't. Get him out of here.
It's a great show.
But like that, like, you know, and the first two are kick ass. The first one especially. Uh, but the next five, not so great.
The next five are not so great.
Yeah, once you started having robot fucking dinosaurs and
Yeah,
he's got a giant sword. Like, okay, Knights Templar of robots. Get the come on. But on like the counter of that, like a movie that's like that scale, but like even bigger, but that's like actually a good story is I love the Avatar movies. Both the Avatar movies kick ass.
really,
Love them.
huh?
James Cameron.
Not my thing. They're good. Like, don't get me wrong. I love the world building and how pretty it is. I
So
just,
awesome.
it's just like I don't enjoy sitting through it.
I like that roller coaster ride. It's like it's in the same vein of like King Kong and
Yeah,
Godzilla and
I mean,
Transformers and shit, but like that's a roller coaster I'll sit through
no, I
because
went on
I feel like I'm there.
a Godzilla, King Kong versus Godzilla. I went to a movie date, and like the only reason was because that's what she wanted to see. Like it was, I
Yeah,
have that's not
yeah.
my.
No, no. Uh oh, what? There was one of the more recent Godzilla movies though, like supposed to be like really really good.
I,
Is it Godzilla minus one?
I have no idea.
There's one that came out like that's like actually like supposed to be like no, like this dude like murdered it. Like it's actually a really good film and like and it's Godzilla like it's like it was like Christopher Nolan doing Batman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that and I still haven't seen it, but I'm gonna IMDb it really quick. Uh,
Jane Austen was born.
I think it was Godzilla minus one. It's a 7.7 on IMDb, bro.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
dude, she was only 40 when she died. Holy fuck.
For reference, Kong and Godzilla is a 6.
Yeah, okay, that's Fair.
Um,
The eye is cool and stuff. Like
yeah. Out of all the ones I'm looking at, it's Godzilla minus one is supposed to be. Oh, is it black and white? Oh, dog. See, like
it's artsy.
it is. You've piqued my interest. I, Braden, saw Nosferatu. Like, come on.
Nosferatu is pretty sick. Do you know the origin story of Nosferatu? That like the original one was the Nazis burned it and tried to get rid of all the copies, and like three of them escaped Germany in the 40s, and then like
Ooh,
or 30s, whatever it was, and that's the what we have is Nosferatu still to this day.
damn. Bro, that's the shit though. Like, think about how many times that's been done over the whole of human history. Think about how much knowledge we don't have anymore because
It got burned or destroyed.
it got burned or destroyed by ignorant people or people in control of the system or whatever. If I could go, dude, I've been thinking about this a lot. Like, if you had a time machine to like go back and just like visit and like, but only like change one thing or bring one thing back, it would be like, dude, what was in the Library of Alexandria, bro?
Hmm.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the one thing you want to know is what was there.
The one thing I want to know is I want to know what the fuck is going on and what happened thousands and thousands of years ago. It's so sick.
Oh, with the pyramids, you mean?
Bro, I don't know how true this is, but I heard a potential like theory of the fact that there's hieroglyphs and stuff is yes, the Egyptians like did the hieroglyphs and stuff on the pyramids and everything and all that art, but they showed up after they were already there.
There's a theory about that.
Yeah, that like the art was added
That one.
after the fact.
That's an interesting theory.
Like they're like the and have you seen the like the geoscan thing about how there's like cylinders and like giant cylinders and coils going like hundreds of meters down below the pyramids and stuff?
No.
I don't. I hope. Like, see, it's fun, right? Like, you hope it's true, but like, I don't know. But apparently, they did like a with whatever technology they like scanned the ground and it like did like a map scan, like a sonar, basically of underneath the pyramids,
Mhm.
but a sonar that can like get through the ground. This is like that's just how it's not sonar, but that's how I'm understanding how they saw it. It was like a geoscan of underneath, and apparently there's giant like 250-meter columns going down, and each of those has like a giant like coil spring thing.
They can't find the entrance to these things.
It's like all the way underneath the pyramids. It's
Oh
like under like they're saying like as it like think the pyramid is a cap to something.
no, I get that.
You know what I mean?
Where's the entrance from the cap to the rest of the cavern?
No idea.
Mm.
I don't see what I mean. Like I don't know if there's tunnels or nothing, but it was like just a dude, what are
Wouldn't a
you doing,
radar be able
guy?
to see that? Like, if there's a radar that can tell there's all these tunnels, we wouldn't be able to tell there's like, hey, look,
Right?
empty spot of wall over here.
See, and that's where it's like, I like we need a little more info, a little more facts. Like I just kind of want to know the truth. What the fuck's going on, please?
I heard a theory recently that there's an asteroid or a meteor that's about to hit Earth in 2 weeks, coming from the sun, and we're all gonna die. So yeah,
Oh, I heard that. I think that it was apparently it was supposed to. They initially thought it was like a potential spaceship
yeah, yeah.
because of the trajectory and how fast it was going, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Again, dude. Like it's like, do we know? Like, sure, no, we don't. But like, the amount of planets and just there's just so much out there. Like, I'm sure there might be life somewhere. But like, I don't know. Until I fucking see it, I don't have it. You know? Like until an alien comes out of the sky and is like, we want your assholes and your cows." Like I'll be like, "Oh,
It
okay."
happens to them. There's people who say it happened to them.
I know people say it happened to them,
It's
but
true.
I can say I had a five-way with four supermodels.
But you did, didn't
Didn't
you?
happen.
Oh.
Of course, it didn't happen, and it never will happen.
That's
So I think they're kind of in the same vein of topic.
that's immature. Don't do that.
You're right. I'm sorry. That was not a good compare. That was not a fair comparison to science. It's science, man. They're aliens, man. They touched my butthole, man.
Yeah, apologize for lying about those 5 beautiful women that you vetted.
Four beautiful women. I said five-way.
Well, you were there.
I am one of the
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah. You have to
So
apologize.
I apologize to those four fictitious supermodels that I will never bang.
Non-fictitious. That's why you're apologizing.
Non-fictitious. What?
We were not just rolling with this bit. I thought we were rolling with
Damn it, dude. Fuck. Damn it, Oh, bro. Oh, I ruined the bit. I ruined the bit. Aliens are fake. Supermodels are fake. God damn it, I ruined the bit. Shit.
Well, we'll move on then to
That's
the
my bad, Cotton. We got to move on now.
next
Fuck.
bit, because otherwise he's
Damn
making
it.
himself for an hour and a half.
I had it, and then I lied, and then I fell out. And I'm like, what? Uh, oh, but they're not real. Yes, Braden, exactly. Just like aliens aren't.
That's like aliens are. Dude,
How about
dude, okay, I have to. Do you know what the Armenian genocide is? Are you familiar with this?
I've heard of it, but I
The
don't know
Armenian
details.
genocide happened sometime in like the 1910s. In Turkey, a group of people called the Young Turks, who are basically like the Nazis, what gathered up and crucified 2 million people who are of Armenian descent. They gave most of the women the option between being raped or being crucified. Many of them chose crucifixion over the raping, but they were so there was many more beyond the 2 million that were raped. So Turkey currently, to this day, as a government, completely denies that this ever happened. Half of the world denies that it ever happened because they're allies with Turkey and they don't want to offend them because that government is the government that's still in power. It's to the point where one of my friends, Greg, he's Armenian, and he said that he's been trying to produce a Armenian genocide film for about 15 years and nobody will touch it at all.
Mm.
And it's like it's because of how this is all set up. So I work with two Turkish people, and I mentioned it sarcastically to one of them. I was just like, "Well, yeah, at least we don't genocide the entire Armenian people and deny it." And she goes, "That never happened." I'm like,
Oh,
"What do you mean it never happened?" She's like, "It never happened." I was like, "I've seen the photos." She goes, "It's not real." It's like,
yeah. The Holocaust wasn't real either, Mason.
no,
Did you know
it's
that?
literally the same thing, but it's so
That's
different
what that.
because nobody fucking killed the Turkish government in a world war.
That's so gross, bro. That's literally like if Germany won the war and was like, "We didn't. What are you talking? We didn't genocide a bunch of Jewish people.
No,
That
but
didn't. That didn't happen."
instead, when
The
I was in Germany, there was these
dog.
two Chinese kids who did a Zig Heil in front of the Brandenburg Gate, and they went to jail and they had to pay a 500 euro fine each. It's like
Wow.
such an opposite culture. Like the Germans not only admit it, but they are repulsed by it. Where the Turks are still like, oh yeah, no, we didn't do that.
You know what? Here's the deal. Here's the deal. I am I'm personally on side with the Turkish government, and I'll tell you why. Uh, if they wanted to sponsor the podcast and fly me over there for a little treat for a treatment or two, I think I fully support what they're doing and how they go about their business, and I don't think that we should be bad mouthing them on the internet, Mason.
We'll continue to falsely promote. the Armenian genocide, so Biden can get a haircut or hair surgery.
Now, fucking dude, Armenian genocide, like that's just as bad as the Holocaust. All right, like you can't, you know,
Yeah, I mean the numbers aren't the same. So technically speaking, the Holocaust is 3 times as bad as the Armenian genocide, but it's still millions of people who die.
I was just saying, I put the hat back on.
No, I
Yeah,
got I totally got the bit.
yeah. No, but hey, Turkey, fucking knock it off, man. Just admit it. How long ago was this,
1912, I think, 1910.
bro? So it was even long. It was even longer than World War II ago, and you're still not owning it.
Oh no, 1915 to 1916 during World War One,
Oh, so they were having their own little
and it continued
rock
on
and roll session.
23.
Ugh.
April 24th, 1915 was the date when hundreds of Armenian intellectuals and community leaders were arrested in Constantinople / Istanbul as the official beginning of the genocide. How many died? Yeah, 1 to 1.5 million people.
You should chat GPT it and see if a chat GPT admits it.
This is on ChatGPT.
Oh, okay.
Why does cuts to the heart of politics? Oh shit. Okay.
Hmm.
The big reason is because it was carried out by the Ottoman Empire and the modern Turkey emerged from this collapse. So admitting to the genocide would mean acknowledging that founding generation of the Turkish Republic was tied to mass atrocities.
But they were.
Yes, correct. Year of reparation.
It'd be like if Germany won and like kept like part of the like if they kept like Poland and like a good chunk of the territories, right? It's like if they kept all that and then they were like, yeah, but the foundation of how our country expanded and began was like pretty genocidal, so like we don't really talk about it.
And there's a strategic alliance with NATO. And because of that strategic alliance, all of NATO pertains to this statement as well.
Ugh.
Hmm.
Ugh.
And then there's people who are thinking that if Turkey admits it, it could set the precedent for other places to be held accountable for colonialism and slavery. I'm like, that's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. Like slavery was people purchasing people from other groups of people by choice and bringing them there. You
Still bad, not like awful, but like genocide is like
selected a group of people out of the blue to kill and rape and murder.
yeah, like
That's
that's,
still a
you
murder.
know,
Yeah, you get the point.
uh, politics are so gross.
Yeah, bro.
That's like the whole narrative, like how you can't say anything bad about Israel right now. It's like,
Yeah.
no, I don't like either side. I don't condone either side, but like you can't even say that like Israel like fucked up and did gnarly shit because they're like, what are you talking about? And then they flip like no, let's call a spade though. Like
But both of them are just doing super fucked up shit to each other.
super
Yeah.
fucked up shit. Like we don't need to get into a pissing contest about
Well,
who's
you
killing more people
did
and how.
this my fucked up shit, so therefore you should say sorry first.
Yeah. No, but I just mean like the narrative though is like you can't say anything bad about the Israeli government because
Yeah.
you're automatically an anti-Semite. It's like, well, no, actually, my cousin brought this up. He's like, there was like a protest of like 500,000 Jewish people in Israel, like protesting the war,
Yeah, well,
like in the
Zionism
streets.
isn't synonymous with Judaism.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, Mason, are you saying that if you voted for Trump, you're not automatically a Nazi?
Well, you might be.
If you voted for Trump, you're automatically a Nazi.
Isn't that how it works? Isn't it
Yes.
you check Republican and then the swastika appears on your arm?
Yep. This is exactly how it works.
or just every
Yeah,
time.
Zionism is that should be a bumper sticker.
Zionism isn't Judaism. They're
Yeah,
totally different things. Zionism's political.
and it's all stupid. Everybody just needs
It's
to.
all,
It's all so stupid.
all just dumb. We all
It's
can't.
very dumb.
If we,
There are a lot of real bad guys out there.
bro, we
You
really
know?
all could just be in the woods, tripping mushrooms and naked, making art, and eating fruit and shit off the trees.
Yep.
But we have chosen
Otherwise,
cities,
we have.
cities and bombs and
So
corp.
you have chosen death.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I was thinking about this too. It's like, why the fuck do you not learn about how corporations work in school? Like how there's like
Oh,
a
dude, there's
company.
that's a whole list of topics
Yeah,
of
no, I
like
know.
what we should have learned in
Muscle
school.
building, taxes, assets versus liabilities, fitness, health, the pace of life, balancing a checkbook, mortgages,
Yep.
foreclosures, bankruptcy.
And don't get me wrong, I think that base level math, English, history, all that stuff is good, solid, needed.
Crazy base level.
Emphasis is base level. Like after unless you want to be a fucking scientist or something like whatever or maybe a like a engineer, everything after algebra 2 is stupid.
Yeah.
Like algebra 1, geometry, algebra 2,
But
you're good.
I've never
I
used
I would I would even I would even argue you don't need algebra 2.
or geometry.
Algebra 1,
Use
oh
geometry one.
you need geometry.
If you're doing woodworking, but why not just take a
Not
woodworking class?
necessarily, no, just in general. Like I mean, I'm OCD anyway, but like
Yeah, you're
you don't see layouts and shapes, and like you can't visually see like something's gonna fit or not fit. You know what I mean? Like there's just basic level
do you think
like
it's from geometry or from
angles and
understanding space?
both.
Yeah.
Because I do enough measuring of like even like not woodworking or what, just measuring stuff in general and like doing whatever that I'm trying to figure out angles and square footage and stuff
But
like that.
would you ever argue that's more important than your assets versus your liabilities and understanding how taxes work?
No, but I think that algebra 1 and geometry is 2 years of math.
It is.
Like that's so easy.
Well, and then the
Freshman
first
and
2 years of
sophomore
college,
freshman sophomore year
this
done.
stuff.
What?
Freshman and sophomore year of college, you're just repeating your high school classes. You're just doing junior and senior year of high school again, basically.
Literally.
Like it's
So,
a waste of time.
yep. And like obviously like a couple levels of English is important, reading and writing and literature and stuff like that and a couple levels of history, but then like after that it's like your first 2 years of high school should be gen eds. Your
Yeah.
second 2 years of high school should be, hey, what are you kind of leaning towards college? Are you leaning towards being a mechanic? You leaning towards being a tattoo artist? You leaning towards being an artist? You leaning towards doing business?
Most of them are going to change anyway.
Yeah, but like figure like at least there, I find that like a lot of people and like this the quote and the stereotype and a lot of people are like, I don't know what I want to do for a living. And then everybody's like, kids don't know what they want to do. You're going to change what you want to do a million times, forever.
Hmm.
That's true. Yes. But I also feel like if we gave younger kids the opportunity to make a decision and choose for themselves because I think a lot of them do know what they want to do. I feel like if they were driven and steered in the right path at a younger age when they're motivated and have like the hot ready rod for it, that's the best time to go for. Like when a 16-year-old kid is like fucking loving auto body shop,
Mm.
it's like don't force that kid to take his ACTs and his SATs and apply to college. Hey man, do you like this shit? Well, you're good at it. Like you should maybe think about going to a trade school or like doing some welding or like what like because that there are several of those jobs that are still going to be prevalent and never going to go away, but a lot of those jobs are obviously going to go away.
Now, what
But
would you say
I
to
think
the high school kid though who's 17 and wants to be a filmmaker or an actor? Because like,
start your YouTube channel.
yeah, yeah,
Start your YouTube channel, guy. Start making videos.
yeah, and build your brand.
Yep. And don't let that be your main thought. Just be your authentic self and let your brand come out.
Mm,
Don't be hunting for your brand while you're making your videos. Make your videos, explore yourself, try some shit.
yeah.
Let your brand come through.
Also have a reason why you're creating something. Gives you more
Yeah.
power behind it. But yeah, it's
But like, what would you say to a tattoo artist? The kid that's like that's just been drawn in his notebook all class, doesn't pay a lick of attention. Like, hey, dude, like
that's what I
you
with
can,
those kids that would do that. Like I was teaching a film class. I'm like, okay, be a storyboard artist. Make a storyboard for kids. Like you like drawing.
yeah,
Use the skill.
do the thing.
Yeah. It was did I ever tell you about that? That the I when I told this kid who only liked drawing in class that like just to draw the pictures and I'll give him an A for if he drew whatever he wanted to draw basically, even though
Hmm.
I didn't have an art teacher. Um, the one of the deans of the school pulled me into the office and was like, "I can't. I just have to." That he has an F in the class. It's like, well, he's not doing any assignments, and he's even when I ask him to just draw photos, he like doesn't do it. So they're like, "Yeah, just give him an A." I'm like, "I'm not just gonna give him an A. Like, you're not just gonna
No,
get an A for
you
doing."
even gave him the option of like, dude, just do what you're like, do
Well, he
your art.
eventually did that when I pushed that,
Mm,
but I had to stand up to the dean of the school because he wasn't complaining to the dean. The therapist that so he had like severe trauma, so he had like a personal therapist
sure.
at the school, and so she was the one who was instigating the whole thing, saying I shouldn't give him assignments, I should just give him an A. I'm like, well, no, like it's you don't help you make the kid dependent off of if I just show up and do nothing, I'm gonna be given everything.
Exactly.
And when he becomes
Even if
that,
he's not doing like your assigned like history work or whatever it was, it's
mhm.
like, dude, you still got to do some effort here. You got to show me
Well,
a
what
little
it
bit.
was
You got to
was
try.
fun stuff with your friends. Like it was a fun thing. And I was still even saying though, like if that's not his thing and he doesn't like doing it, and I've seen him draw, he's a great artist, trying to push what he liked.
Yeah.
But the school system, the way it's systemized, actively pushes that away.
Yep.
It there was another student
It
who,
discourages individuality in
oh,
students.
100%. Well, this kid was
It
an eighth
tries
grader.
to system. It's all about pushing more kids through the system and keeping everybody in the block and pushing the block down the
Exactly.
chain.
Yep. Well, the 8th grader so there was an 8th grader that I had who, when I was talking to the other teachers, in 6th and 7th grade, he showed up to school twice each year. And in 8th grade, I never met him. And I said, "Why?" And they're like, "Because the mom does the same thing every time. Kid shows up for the first day of school to be an attendee of classes, quote unquote. Then he doesn't show up for the rest of the year at all until the last day. And then when the mom when he they refuse him moving on to the next grade, the mom comes to the school with a lawyer and says this is racism and you're not letting my kid get through the school because he's Hispanic. And they're like, "No, it's not because he's Hispanic, it's because he hasn't been here." Every single kid at the school was fucking Hispanic or black. Like it was like there was 2 white
Yeah.
kids in this school of like
No, but
600 kids.
they're gonna play the victim card, whatever, and just move it on up.
It was just it was but
That's
it
insane, dude. That fuck that parent, bro.
but they said
That poor kid, bro.
absolutely, poor kid and
Fuck that parent, dude.
yeah, like but straight
God,
up, the school let it happen. That's the part that bothered me the most about it, is the school cared more
that's that's gross. That's so gross.
because they don't want to pay for a lawsuit. It's not worth
A-
their
and I don't know enough
budget.
about this to be talking about it, but I feel like it's shit like that that is why like the Department of Education is not a thing anymore.
Yeah. Oh,
Again, I don't know enough to be really speaking on that, but like that is so gross. That's so
mhm.
systemized and gross, and like